Okay, so I'm on lesson 2 in the book Cyclomancy, trying to make sense out of what I am experiencing on a on a unconscious level or a conscious level. Okay, let me let me explain. We meditate, right? And we focus on a target, a goal, and we use that in our intention settings when we start our day. As I'm homeschooling my children, and while we do this, I it's hard to explain. Okay, now that word hard, I know, don't let it build a scotoma or a wall in your brain that stops you from hearing the rest of this information, because sometimes in schools they do that. They tell someone that it's difficult or it's hard, so that you're working against yourself when you hear that word. Okay, so um, but I needed to say that because I have the task of explaining what it is that I naturally do to my children. So I have to take large amounts of information and kind of put it in a kid show, because you never know exactly where their head is, because see, they listen to you. They listen to you when they're on the phone talking to your girlfriends, and they be ear hustling, and then they try and repeat it to other people in the house like it's interesting, but they don't know all of the story. And so you figure they hear you, but you want to know that they know, because see, I'd like them to practice, you know, what it is that I figured out, so that they don't have to go through the same things I did, necessarily. Not that I'm trying to force them to do anything, but I would like their life a little easier than mine, if I could help it. So if I could give them some sort of instruction that they would pick up, so that I don't have to waste my energy, because I got my own stuff going on that I gave myself, uh, and it's as a mom, uh, I got to balance on my platform and keep my platform level, while I'm trying to balance them and teach them how to keep their life balanced, right? Okay. So, all that said, we do meditation and they think it's boring. I introduced chanting into the meditation to help them focus, and that gets made fun of too. But I know it sticks in there, because a couple of days ago, one of them was in trouble, and no one can help that person. No one can help that child but that child, and it reverted back to the chanting, which I got positive feedback that was working. So this is a game called Mind Flex Duel. Okay, and it has electrical devices. Now, of course, with electrical devices on our heads, for the moms that are conspiracy theorists, or was, um, there's I've got them protected, right? I've got these little uh, things on them to protect the electronical devices, and read up on them at your own your leisure. But that's not what I'm talking about. It's just a game that allows you to place a electronical device on your psychic, well, over your psychic power center, uh, and to it will kind of levitate a ball. Well, not actually levitate a ball. It will activate the uh, machinery in the device that will turn on a fan, and the fan blows uh, as high or as hard as you are focusing on it. And so this kind of gives you a visual, because you're using a ball to float that ball, and you're measuring how strong you can focus of thought, which is good for mothers who would like to get their children to focus on something, because there's a lot of distractions here, right? And if we can teach them how to focus, we can then work on uh, helping them in a positive way so that they can go in a positive direction with that focus. So, we're not working so hard, right? And I think it's good for all of us, really. So that's what we're working on now, right? It's one of the things that you know, uh, these are the things that we think of, when we're homeschooling our children and want to give them the best, right? So this is helping us. I'm just making this diary in case it helps someone else too, right? That's all I wanted to say.